Well, Bards, after a long time we got you back on camera. I don't even really know where to start this, to be fair. Long time ago, Stevenage away, bad injury for yourself. I suppose, shall we start off there? Do you want to talk us through what you remember?
Yeah, no, you're right. It is a long time ago. October 4th, 2022, I think it is. It was about the 80th minute, Stevenage away. Wasn't the best day at the office. We were, only 10 minutes left of the game. 2 or 3 of us going for the same ball. I kind of had my leg planted, stood like that, and a slide tackle basically flew into the side of my planted leg, and I heard something bad straight away, and I knew it wasn't going to be good. As I'm falling down, I see that my leg's not quite looking in the right position. Lay on the floor, and I see it wasn't all pointing in the same direction. I'm like, this is not good. So I immediately called over for support from the physio team, from the doctors and everyone. They immediately rushed on, and they were absolutely fantastic, to be fair, because in those early stages of that sort of injury, it was a lower leg break, so tibia and fibula. The initial care is really important to make sure the area is not infected or anything like that. So they did a fantastic job. I didn't look down again. I didn't want to. I couldn't bear to look at it. They put me immediately on the gas and air to kind of numb any potential pain that I might feel. Didn't actually feel any pain. Just pure adrenaline and shock, I think.
Yeah,
it just took over, and I just felt like a throbbing down there, but no pain, which was fantastic. On the gas and air, basically just breathing it as fast as I could because I was so scared to feel anything. And I get a lot of distractions in the back here, which is fantastic. Put me on that, stretchered me off to the hospital to Stevenage, and immediately they put me on more morphine, I think fentanyl as well.
Yeah.
The next day I went in for a surgery where they put an external fixator on, which was basically to stabilise the bones. I had metal sticking out of me all over the place.
Right.
That surgery went really well. Spent another week in hospital in Stevenage. They moved me to London Bridge Hospital a week later. The next day there I went in for kind of my main surgery, which was to put a tibial nail through the bone, which is basically like a metal rod.
Yeah.
It goes through the middle of the bone, screws in at the knee, screws in at the ankle to keep it all in place. And that surgery, that took about 6.5 hours.
Wow.
So that was quite a big one. Of course, I don't know what's going on because I'm under general anaesthetic. You got people stressing at home and wondering how long it's going to take, but I'm just, in cloud 9, wake up, don't even know what's happened. That all went well, and spent another week in London Bridge kind of resting up, recuperating before they finally discharged me.
So have you been keeping count? How many surgeries and stuff?
So I've had 3 surgeries. So I had those 2 initial ones, and then we were working really well for the next few months, next 6 months. I was close to getting back out on the grass, but the screws that were actually put in at my ankle and knee were digging in quite a bit and causing quite a bit of discomfort. So we had to go in for another surgery to get those screws removed.
Right.
And unfortunately, for whatever reason, that set me back quite a long time.
Yeah.
That set me back maybe 6 months or more because I was then dealing with a little bit of ankle issues.
Yeah.
That has since settled down and we've been able to kick on again, and hopefully we won't need too many more surgeries in the future. So it's just 3 right now. Yeah.
Oh, that's good to be fair. I was worrying it was going to be more, which is why I asked.
Yeah, we want to try and limit it as much as possible just because the recovery after surgeries is so long. So if we can kick on without any more, that would be brilliant.
And I suppose how long was it after the injury that you were even doing like jogging on the grass or just getting back on the grass?
Oh, well over a year.
Yeah.
Well over a year. Even just standing on one leg, you just don't know if your leg's going to be able to take it. Like I remember that was a massive day. Jumping and landing, you're like, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to land in this, if my leg will be able to take that sort of force.
Yeah.
So we build up with the strength stuff, the jumping and landing, and then it was well over a year until I got back out onto the grass, and I've been jogging and doing a little bit of ball work recently, which feels fantastic again.
Yeah, and how it must have been like incredibly hard mentally, right? Like, one, being injured in the first place, not getting out there playing ball, and then even just the recovery coming back to that, having to come to training and knowing that you're not in contention, right?
Yeah, you're spot on. I think even watching the games at Sutton and watching training and just looking at it, like when you're on crutches and whatnot and you can't even walk, and you're thinking the game is moving at such a fast pace, the players are turning and twisting at such a high dynamism, thinking, how am I ever going to get back to this level? And that can be a little bit daunting. I think for me, it's just kind of breaking it down in the day-to-day. What can I do in each 24 hours? How can I get better? Where was I a week ago? Where was I a month ago? Have I improved since that day? Perfect. Then we keep on going like that. But I think it can be overwhelming when you're like, I need to get back to this level. So I think focusing on the 24 hours each day and what you can do in that process, I think is the best way to break it down.
And I think obviously, needing the club support here with all the physio team, all the medical staff here as well, right? You wouldn't have been able to get to this point without them, I suppose.
100%. I think the support from everyone at Sutton has been absolutely brilliant. I want to give them a massive thank you. The previous management, the board, all of the physios and medical department at Sutton have been brilliant. They have supported me through the whole time. They gave me another contract when I was out injured, when there wasn't a definite chance I was going to be back playing. They've said they'll give me whatever they need to support in my recovery. So everyone at Sutton has just been brilliant. That's part of the reason why I love the club. They're fantastic and stood by me. So I'm so grateful for that. Still working every day with the medical team that have been brilliant, giving me everything that I need. So hopefully we can keep moving in the right direction and get back out there one day.
And where are you now? How are things at the moment?
So we were back out on the grass running regularly. We were doing a little bit of passing so I could taste it. I was getting close. My foot's flared up a little bit recently, so we've got an injection booked in for Monday to hopefully settle that down. I'm hoping that's a little bit of a minor inconvenience. Once that's settled down, I hope we can get back out on the pitch, increase the jogging, increase the passing, and hopefully the aim is to get back out there at Gander Green one day.
When the time comes, John, because it will come. Look, the whole Gander Green lane is going to be behind you, because I know every time I've gone to a game, everyone's been asking about, can we do a catch up with John, because everyone's been supporting you, and I'm sure you must have had loads of messages and stuff from fans, right?
Yeah, no, I wanted to say that as well. Whenever I run into fans at games or receiving messages from fans, even Stevenage fans when it happened actually, but Sutton fans as well, whenever I see them and message them, it really does sort of brighten my day, and know that everyone is fighting for me to get back and willing me to get back out onto the pitch. So it gives me a little bit of extra emphasis to try and get back out there. So I would love to come back and play at one point, and yeah.
Well, like I say, it's going to happen. I know it will. And when it happens at Gander Green Lane, everyone's going to be cheering you on, John. No worries about that. But look, thank you for joining us today. Hopefully we'll do another catch up when you're a little bit closer. But until then, we'll catch you next time, yeah?
Definitely, appreciate it.